Welcome, Facebook and Joslyn Center fans. I'm Jack Newby, Executive Director here at the Joslyn Center. Welcome to the Monday Joslyn Variety Show. We're going to have a couple updates with Melanie, our new Program Director, and then with Elyse for our Mindful Monday meditation. I have a couple announcements, and then Melanie's going to talk to us about some upcoming classes. So we have filed an application with the City of Palm Desert for their Community Development Block Grant Program, which is for capital improvements here at the Joslyn Center. And the one thing that you all know needs to be improved are our restrooms, particularly to make them compliant, ADA compliant. So we have a survey in our newsletter, and we ask that you review that survey and answer whether you support this project. And then also March 31st at 3 p.m., and the link is also in our Monday newsletter. We're going to have a public hearing for anyone that wants to make any comments or talk about this proposal. So that's what's coming up here at the Joslyn Center, and that's required for us to complete that application with the City of Palm Desert. So without further ado, we'll introduce Melanie, who will later be taking over the Monday Joslyn Variety Show. And Melanie, you can update us on upcoming programs for April.
Yes, I am super excited for April. We're actually doing things a little different this month, correct? We're going, instead of doing charging by semester, we're going to be doing it monthly, which is definitely a much better system. And it's more convenient for you guys. We have chair yoga, which will be starting, April session will be starting Monday, April 5th. It is $5 a class, and the monthly fee for that will be $25, and you will get 5 sessions, which is really exciting. If you're interested in signing up, I need your registration before the class starts, which once again is Monday, April 5th. Another program that we have is balance conditioning. Balance conditioning will be happening twice a month, every Wednesday and Friday. If you'd like to have more information on the class, I'd be happy to give it to you. You can reach me at my extension, which is 102, and the center number is 760-340-3220. Balance conditioning will be starting Friday, April 2nd. Once again, it is prepaid for the month. There are a total of 9 sessions, and it is $63 for the entire month. We are also going to be having an art class this month, which is really exciting. I do not have all the details yet, but if you're interested in the art class, please give me a call. I'll put you on the interest list, and I will get that information to you as soon as possible. Also, we have our book club, our monthly book club, which the lovely manager at the Palm Desert Library has agreed to facilitate for us. And that is every second Monday of the month. So in April, that is Monday, April 12th. And each month they pick out a new book. So please join us on Zoom for that. And if you would like to sign up for that book club, please, once again, reach out to me at my extension. As well as we have Bit After 50. Bit After 50 is every Wednesday. It is a free class. And if you're interested in taking that, please contact me and we'll get you that Zoom link as well. And then, of course, we have our social group, which is every Thursday at 2 p.m. Please join us. I will be in the room to answer any questions and get your input on some things that you'd like to see virtually. So thank you so much for your time. And Jack, I will hand it back over to you.
Thanks, Melanie. It sounds like we have a lot going on here at the Joslyn Center. Glad to hear about the upcoming art classes. And also for the book club, I suggested one of my favorites, and it's It's by Ken Follett. They say it is his masterpiece, and it's called The Pillars of the Earth. It's a long book, so I think that's going to be the May book club selection. So without further ado, we will introduce Elyse. Hello, Elyse. How are you this morning?
Good, Jack. How are you?
Good. We want to welcome everyone to Mindful Mondays. And for those that may be new to this, tell us a little bit about what mindfulness is.
Mindfulness is a very good way to live, and it means being present in this moment, being aware of what's happening right now, instead of remembering and worrying about the past or thinking and worrying about the future. So that's the simple. And what also goes along with mindfulness is no self-judgment. In other words, self-compassion and compassion for others, but it's not a judging thing.
So it's a great way to stay in the moment, stay productive, not get hooked up or tied up in all the past stuff that goes on in all our lives, but a way to move forward productively. So what new is happening at the Wellness Center?
Well, it's as always, any of you could come for PSS, problem solving strategies. That's a one-to-one counseling where you learn to solve your problems, and those skills of problem solving will outlast your treatment, the therapy here. So you can come in with a problem or two or three, we will help you, the therapist will help you prioritize them and solve them. But in the process there, you are learning problem solving skills so that when counseling ends, you will still have those skills, and life probably guarantees you will have more problems in the future, right? Don't we all? So then you end up better able to handle that. And then we have our Aging Mastery program, which is underway right now, but a new one is starting, and I don't have the dates right in front of me, but I know we have another one scheduled. And Aging Mastery is great. I took that group in the beginning when I started working here, and it's so much fun, and it's really educational, and it's stuff that we all need as we age. And then last but not least, Brain Boot Camp, also fun. I took one of those groups when I first started here, and it helps you sharpen up your brain and learn ways to remember things. It's fun, and it's fun. That's what that is.
And for all of those classes, people can contact Veronica at 340-760-340-3220, extension 117. And then we also have coming up a new class that's been not around for a while, but it's coming up. And that's our A Matter of Balance class. So it's a fall prevention class.
Mm-hmm. Matter of Balance tells us how to stay safe on our feet.
And to reduce our fear of going outside, and the staying active and keeping our muscles toned and all of that will prevent us from falling, as opposed to staying inactive and staying at home. Right. So without further ado, we're going to let Elyse lead us in Mindful Monday. Elyse.
Thank you, Jack. Hi, everybody. It's good to, well, I never see you, but it's good to be here with you. So we always start with 3 slow, deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And if you can move while you're breathing, it's all the better. Okay, so let's start. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Another. And our third one. Good. So I'm going to read what is Mindfulness Mondays. It's about awareness and self-care. And so I'm going to revisit the topics we've been talking about. And today we're going to add a new one, which is meditation. So since caring for ourselves is our primary job in this world, let's just relist the components of self-care. And I want you to think of any others and add them. And although I cannot see what's written in the chat comments, I'd still love for you to write your ideas in the chat comments if you have other ones. These are the ones we have so far. Eating, drinking, well, drinking means hydration, safe shelter, clothing, sleeping, hygiene, movement, moving the body, social connections, finances, self-esteem, loving oneself. Can you think of anything else? And if you can, please enter it into the chat now. I was thinking maybe environment could be considered another one. And although we all want to be cared for, the reason it's most important to care for ourselves is, well, there's a few reasons. One is that there's never a guarantee that someone else will take care of us. Even if we have people, they might be busy. They might not know how best to care for us. And then the second reason is, what if you really couldn't do anything for yourself and someone had to do everything for you? I don't know about most of us, but I don't think that would be very fun. All right, that's caring for ourselves. Mindfulness, the reminder of what mindfulness is, what Jack was saying before, is being present for the reality that's happening this moment. So right now, that means being connected with this Joslyn variety show, my words, your thoughts, your feelings, this moment. We all think we know what reality is, but honestly, we rarely know the entirety of reality. And I'd like you to think about why you think that's true. Why do you think that we don't see the full reality of things? There's many reasons. Because it's said that, I know what I was going to say. Do you know that sometimes you can be to somebody's house or your own house even, and suddenly see something and think it's new? It's like you're seeing it for the first time. This has happened to me frequently. I bet it happens to others. And then the other person's like, no, that's been there all along. You don't always notice everything, and there are many layers to reality and details. And there are many reasons we don't see the full reality. So I want you to think about those, write them down in the chat section, just be aware of them for yourself. Breathing and movement, we keep talking about that, right? And one thing we haven't mentioned is that most of us breathe quite shallowly, just in the chest, like, that's not a full breath. And most everybody does breathe that way. So I want you to continue to notice, if you're laying flat on your back, how your body naturally acts like a balloon. You can try this when you're on your couch or in your bed, and your belly will fill up first. You can see it when you're lying down, that your belly rises and then your chest rises. When you breathe out, your chest goes down and then your belly goes down. And so I just want people to be aware of this. Try it out when you're lying down, and also see if you can help your body do that at other times. So that would sound like, instead of breathing shallowly, even if you're sitting, you think about expanding your belly first when you breathe in. And then it comes up to your chest, and then it goes in reverse order. So that's breathing. And of course, movement, crucial to keep our muscles in shape. The other important thing we've talked about is fighting isolation. We've talked also, and I want to know how it's going, accomplishing something you've been putting off, or maybe you've even completed one. Yesterday, I baked a couple things and gave one to friends. And what else have I? Oh, my desk is looking okay. It's better than it ever was, but it's kind of filling up again. So I hope that next week I can tell you that it's clean and clear. We've talked about our centering techniques, also known as grounding techniques. Slow, deep breathing. We've just talked about that. We talk about that all the time. Meditating. So now I just want to take a couple more minutes to talk about meditation. We don't need to do it. And meditation sounds so, I think it can sound off-putting if you're not familiar with it. Sounds like a big deal. It really isn't. The best thing about meditation is there's no way to fail. You cannot fail at meditation. Write that down. Take that to the bank. If you set aside a few quiet minutes on some regular basis and you intend to meditate and you focus on your breathing, you're meditating. People have said over and over, I can't meditate because I can't clear my mind. Meditation is not about clearing your mind. Meditation is about practicing being in this moment. And there are many ways to do that in meditation, but the easiest is to focus on your breathing. And when I say focus on your breathing, we're not talking about thinking about breathing up in the head. We're talking about paying attention to what our body is doing in this moment. I'm breathing. And your mind will always have stray thoughts. That's what our minds do. But as soon as we realize we're having a stray thought, we just bring our focus back to the awareness of breath. And that's meditating. So I'll be interested to know if any of you already do it, if you're thinking about it, if you find it a little off-putting, or if you're going to try it. And then we always end mindfulness with some fun questions. So today, here's one question. Here's a few questions. The first one, what is your astrological sign? And since I can't hear you, please, if you want to write it in the chat, I would like knowing that you do that. Mine is Aquarius. My birthday was last month. And next question, do you believe in astrology at all? Do you think there's anything to it? I don't know what I think about the truth of astrology. Well, the last question, I'll say more about that in a second. The last question is, if you get a daily paper, do you read your horoscope? So the days where I think my horoscope is speaking to me personally, I believe in astrology. And I don't know otherwise. People say that they're all written so generally it could speak to anybody. So I'm just curious. Okay, I think that's it for now. I do read my daily horoscope. I just like to see what it says. It's kind of a fun thing, I think. All right, that's it for today. And I look forward to talking with you next week again. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Elyse.
Thanks, Jack.
And we will see you Wednesday. And I guess there are some fun plans for Wednesday, right, Melanie? Oh, you're muted.
Can't hear you.
Whoops, technical difficulties. No, yes, so we definitely have some fun events planned for Wednesday. And Elyse, I'm an Aries, so Aries are very fun and lively. So
thank you very much. I signed back on because I want to know your astrological sign, Jack.
Leo.
Leo the lion.
Leo the lion. Okay, thank you all for tuning in to the Monday Joslyn Variety Show. Thank you, Melanie, and thank you, Elyse, and we will see you on Wednesday.